Hello everyone, my name is Abby and I'm the Young Adult Assistant at the Twin Lakes Library System and I use she, her pronouns. So for today, for Slice of Life, since it's the day right before Halloween, I thought that I would go and recommend some at-home Halloween ideas since COVID has kind of taken away the opportunity for a more typical Halloween, but you can still have fun at home with your family. There are lots of options. I've been doing lots of little research and I've come up with a little list of things. I have my pumpkin candle going, so it's very, very Halloween in October in here. So the first at-home Halloween idea that I have is one that you probably are already considering, but a Halloween movie marathon. So what's nice about Halloween is lots of movies come out, and not just like horror movies that are maybe not appropriate for the whole family, but there are, more young Halloween movies that are just as fun, like I talked about in my previous videos, which with like Hocus Pocus and The Corpse Bride and The Addams Family. There are a lot of different options, and they could fill up the whole day if you wanted to. And there are a lot of different streaming sites that offer Halloween movies. If you have cable, a lot of cable channels will play different Halloween movies, and you can also check them out from the library if that speaks to you. So there are a couple of different options. Just for having access to those different types of movies, and you can just have a whole day in and watch Halloween movies, and it'll be so much fun. And you can start with like least scary to scariest, or least favorite to favorite, or everyone picks one. There are a lot of different ways that you can go about doing that. So I think that's a really good option, and it's a lot of fun. I love watching movies, and I think that they're really fun to do with the whole family. My family, whenever we're all together, which is not very often, but whenever we are all together, we'll watch movies together, and that's always very fun for us. So I definitely think that's a really fun, good option, an alternative to a normal Halloween celebration. The next thing that you could do is you could do Halloween trivia. So what's really cool about the internet is there are lots of different online platforms for you to create like virtual quizzes and stuff. So you could create a virtual Halloween trivia quiz thing like Jeopardy, and that could be a lot of fun. And you could, whoever wins could get like candy or something, like whatever you want to do. But you could do a bunch of Halloween facts or Halloween movie trivia, or like Halloween movie monsters or different costumes, like stuff like that. So that's a lot of fun. And, good family competition is always good. So you could do that, and it, whoever wins can get candy, or just, bragging rights for knowing most about Halloween. So that's a really fun option. The next thing that I'm going to talk to you about is pumpkin painting. So Dabney actually, in their last craft video, I believe, did a little tutorial about how to do pumpkin painting. And I personally actually prefer painting my pumpkin versus carving it for a variety of different reasons. I think one is I don't like pumpkin guts. I think they're gross, unpopular opinion, but I don't enjoy them. I think it's a lot of work to carve a pumpkin, and it doesn't last very long typically, especially with the weird Georgia humidity weather. Like my roommates and we all did pumpkins, and I painted my pumpkin, and they all carved theirs, and mine is the only one that has remained, and it's been like 2 or 3 weeks, I think, at this point. So, if you want longevity for your pumpkin, I guess it doesn't really matter because it's the day, it's Halloween, like the next day after this video gets uploaded, but, if you want to keep it for longer. And there are a lot of different fun things that you can do with painting your pumpkin. Like my pumpkin has, like a face mask on for, being safe for COVID. And I did that, and it's on our porch, and I really like it. But, my roommate, when she carved her pumpkin, she did Casper the Friendly Ghost, and that was really cool. One of them did like an actual like art design in it because she's much more artistic than the rest of us. And so there's a lot of different options for that. And it's always really fun, and you can have a Halloween movie on in the background while you're doing it. That's what we did. We watched Twitches, that Disney movie, and we carved pumpkins, and it was a good time. And we just had to go to the store and get pumpkins, and then we came back, and, not a lot of interaction with a lot of other people. So I think that's a really fun activity, and there is a tutorial to show you how to paint your pumpkins. So there you go. The next thing that you could do is a candy taste testing competition. So, just because you can't necessarily go to a Halloween party or go trick-or-treating doesn't mean you can't still buy candy from the store or get candy from the store. So you can do that, bring some home, and you could do a game where, everyone, closes their eyes and takes a piece of candy, and they have to guess what kind of candy it is. So you still get to do all the candy stuff, but you don't, you're not out there risking your health. So I think that's a really fun activity. And, you can get a variety of different types of candy. You can do Laffy Taffy or Snickers or Twix or whatever you so choose that you like. And you could even probably do, gross candy and see, if anyone can guess those, those squishy, gummy hamburger things that people like. You could do that. And, there are a lot of different options. And I think that would be a really fun activity. And, I'm kind of tempted to do it myself. So the next one is a Spooky Treats Bake Off. So even before everything that happened, I think a couple Halloweens ago, I did a Halloween gingerbread house with my friend. And that was so much fun. And, it's something you can do at home with your family, and I think that that's a really cool, fun game, because it's a competition. A lot of these are competitions, as you can tell. But that's a really fun, competition that you can do, and you can play with your family who can make the best spooky treat. So, you could do, spider cupcakes, or you could make your own little gingerbread haunted mansion. You can, I don't know, there are cool things. You can make, little mummy hot dogs or things like that, just whatever you decide to do, and have someone who doesn't participate can be the judge or something like that, and you can all eat the spooky treats, and one of you gets to win, and I think that's really cool. So that's a fun activity that you could do. The next one is, if perhaps you still wanted to if you had still purchased a costume just because you really like Halloween and are in the Halloween spirit, you could do an at-home family Halloween costume competition or party. You don't have to have an actual party. You can just do it with your family, and you can all vote on who has the best costume, and whoever wins gets candy or whatever you so choose. And I think that would be really fun. And you can still put to use your costume, or you could even make costumes at home, with things you just have around your house. You can do that as a game, see who can make the best costume with just random things you have at your home. So those are also really cool, and it's very affordable. And then the last thing that I'm going to talk about is making a Halloween music listening day. So I really love music, and I love Halloween music. I think everybody really likes Halloween music. And there are so many platforms that have so many different types of playlists that you can use. Hoopla has music that you could check out if you wanted to. There are Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. There are a lot of different places. Pandora, that you could just have access to that have music that you could either find some spooky playlist or create your own spooky playlist. And you can just have that going all day and listen to it and get very seasonal and stuff. So yeah, so those are some of my ideas for you in your at-home Halloween. And I hope that everyone has a safe and fun weekend. And I hope to see you all again soon. Bye-bye.